Hey, good morning. Sorry, good evening.
Good
how
evening. Good evening.
how is your Dashra going?
Yeah, it's full speed. Like the whole city is right now decorated. People are going here and there, and yeah, it's a different city. But the major Durga Puja Dashera happens in Kolkata, so they are somewhere, the ultimate destination for this festival. But we are also somewhere in the third or fourth position, if you if you see that ranking.
Let's start with today's class by you tell me how shall we go about it.
Sure. So as we were discussing together that today we are going to again start about the theme 5W's and why. As we were discussing about the importance of 5W's and why, we also got some very authentic sources, lots of quotes, lots of examples given by different teachers, like different actor teacher I would call them. For example, Nasir Saab, Kamal sir. So these are for us actor teachers. Like we teach, like we get lots of teaching from these their techniques, and they are scientists. In fact, they are like they have started decoding the art in a very scientific way. That's why we can, when we see their performance, we can get lots of nuances based on these process of acting process and philosophical process and behavioral process. So today what we are going to discuss is that if we are portraying a character, we have to give importance to 5W's as why, where, when, what. Okay, but that's the primary finding of that. If we take that character as a sample, these 5W's are the primary finding. Once we get get to manage the primary finding, we'll go for the secondary finding, which will be how. And the whole emphasis, the whole preparation of doing 5W's is to go to the level of finding H. For example, if we take if we take that instance of money heist, so there is a professor. Okay, so you see, like, he is a professor, and the way he is training their students, the different countries, in a way that he is doing the foundation course, and he was doing the foundation course. But what was the character and how that
He's a
heist?
robber. He's a
Okay, so
robber.
the, yeah, see, but the design of the character has been made it in a way that we started seeing him as a professor. See, the capacity of the character is about robbery and all those things, and he is doing the same. He has the objective. Okay, he has the objective to make a plan of the whole geographical um, angling of that building, of the bank. And he has done whatever a robber, a mind based robber will do. But how he is doing the same thing, everything under the guise of professor. And he has got that title of the professor. Not only he is playing the character of the professor, but his trainees, his companions, like those who are also the semi robbers, they are acting like a student. So somewhere the professor is being validated by the students, the way they are treating him, the way they are following, the way they are getting trained, and the paraphernalia, the object, the apparatus he is using, he is using chalk and duster. You know, he is coming with a lecture plan. He is coming with a lesson plan, everything. So this is what today we are going to like find and discuss. The objective is the same, the robber, the money heist thing happening, but how he's doing is a different thing, and that different change the entire circuit of that concept. That he portrayed the most vulnerable robber we have ever seen. You know, he has his complexities, he has his minus point, plus points, and he is also nervous. So these kind of, like, I have always, like, whenever I talk to Gotham, we have always insisted on, to keep always, deriving the life into the performance. What is life? Life is about, fumbling, or not able to get the correct words. So these are life. And if we put those nuances into the performance, it becomes lively performance. And when the professor is playing the character, he is showing that the vulnerability, that nervousness, that, that compulsion of, what will happen. It's a normal human being. He's not at all telling you the way the traditional, the stereotypical robber have, shown in the cinema or in the series. Not a black room, or a big cap, or a very strong person, a very very vulnerable person coming and doing it. Now, coming to the second example, there is a series Lupin. It's a French series. Lupin, Lupin. There are two series of that. Even in that series also, you see the robber. The robber is a mind master. He announces where he's going to rob. It's a public announcement. It's a centralized public announcement he makes whenever he's going to do his deed. He says that at 9 in the Victoria Palace, in that section, and I'm going to rob this diamond. And cops are there, what not. Cops are there, the central intelligence agencies are there, everybody is there. But the moment, when the moment comes, he does that and he goes away. That's the beauty. Even that character, he's a mind master. He has done everything. But if we talk about the how, you will see a very beautiful story of a father and a son. And he he was not able to, carry out that father son relationship because of the death of the father. And in order to, so because of the father, he is taking a revenge. But when you see the story, you will be so convinced with that revenge that you will stop seeing that character as a robber. People, not only the viewer, people in the series, the viewer, the French people started loving, and they started making him as a, you can say, a rock star, or a somebody who is a, what do we call, the person who takes the rich money people and give it away to the poor people. What do we call them? There is a title, there is an adjective. There is an adjective. Robin Hood. Yeah. So it's a huge reference of that you will start feeling. So whenever, like, there was another series. She was a girl, a Japanese girl. She was an office, uh, corporate employee, and a very average, like, a girl working with no passion, just working according to the time. She comes, she works, and she goes away. And she has an ugly face, so nobody bothers where she is, what she has got as at her dress. Nobody knows. The completely strange people in the corporate. But when she goes away, she's a sensational star in YouTube. Okay, she's a dancer, sensational dancer. She does strip dance. But the thing is, she has always a mask here, small mask. And she has got that public figure sensational appearance because of the mask. So everybody knows, like, she's all obvious in the corporate office she is. But nobody knows who she is. The girl, she's the only girl who is so famous as a masked girl. So this is what we have. Ample of references. Now people have started working on it, and there are some best beautiful works we have. So we just have to understand how. And sometimes it's tricky and dangerous and risky, because when you start doing that how, obviously you will start breaking the stereotypical culture we have got in terms of the characterization. or a professor, or a artist, or a corporate worker, or a robber, or a cop, or whatever it is. So those who want to go into that domain of characterization, putting life into it, putting changing the dynamics of how, they have to be brave enough to challenge what is there, all always there in the game. So you have to challenge it, only then you can get the guts of creating something very different. Because it's not different at all, it is not different. People are like that, we don't know people, and it's a laborsome work. It takes a lot of doing when you actually research people and then get the finding. So people don't want to do that, so they prefer the stereotypical, traditional, the preconceived, predefined notion of the character, and they keep portraying. They portray it, but people forget it. Lots of villain come, and they do it and they go away, they vanish. Why? Because of the same predefined because we know what will be happening. Okay, so here now in that session, that how changes the dynamics, and how, why I have primarily taken this term how for a, like, for one session, because you see how it's a game changer actually. That how it changes the whole idea, what is being carried out. It changes the whole mind of the character. It changes it transforms the character in a different way. For example, there is a man, a gymmed man, toned body, 6 foot tall, coming, and people will see that, okay, that person is coming having a magnetic aura. But when he starts speaking, he speaks like a kid, a small kid, like a 10 years kid. So there we get that, the importance of how. And how, if in an easier, simple term, how is standing out. If there are 50 scenes going on, if there are 50 actors going on, working, then how to stand out. And standing out means breaking the image. Standing out means having the courage to be different and weird. Standing out means having the caliber to do something which has not been done, or which has been, which has been a taboo. So whenever you break that taboo, you become something outstanding. So in that term, how is equal to outstanding. Outstanding means doing something. It's there, it's not new. But people don't look at those things, because they are so much engrossed in the preconceived notion of a character or defined character. For example, professor, maybe a professor can be a slut, and we can see in the porn lots of things are there. So in that, like, there are some stories, amazing professor, but she comes, she just want to have, like, she has that appetite of young kids, younger ones. And now how will she carry the professor role, and how she is looking, how the dialogue will be. So see, I'm just giving a hint of how that she is a like young guy seeker. Now the character completely change. Now her way, her approach, her portraying the character will be completely different, because the psyche is different. The desire of the psyche is different. And whenever we are putting something life, putting some life into that, the desire, that changes the game. We can be a professor, but we can have a completely different mentality, as quoted the money heist example, as quoted the Lupin example. Okay, so even like, we were when we were planning about the session, you were also telling the example. Can you please elaborate the example of the film you watched?
So that
Yeah.
is basically against emotion, something like that. So uh, that example is a man is a interrogator. He interrogates a terrorist. He is a master in interrogation. Whatever the way you he is going to talk all kind of um, intimidating dialogues. All kind of intimidating dialogues. Can you please mute yourself? So all kind of intimidating dialogues he'll be telling, but he will be telling in a very calm, friendly way. In a very calm, friendly way. Like he'll be talking to you like a friend, and he'll be telling, look, okay, so you're going to get because of this terrorist activity, you've got arrested. You're arrested, and now you're not going to tell any of your friends' name. Okay, that's great. But I can talk to the government and give you a deal. And in another shot, he will be like, you know what? You're 40 years. Your wife is 23 years. In your same terrorist group, your wife can be taken care of other people. The other person might even get married to her. They might have kids together. So those kind of intimidating things he'll be telling, but at the same time, he will be telling it in a very friendly way. Wow, I was just blown. It's Kamal Hassan's acting in Kurdi Poonal in Tamil. It's a Tamil movie. Wow, you will just get intimidated by that. The way he talks. Oh my god. Oh my god. You have to watch that. You have to watch that. And his counterpart will be Nazar. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is some crazy movie, man. Crazy. I don't understand. In Kamal Hassan being there, how Rajnikant was even a star. I can't even understand. Now, if you go deep down and see, oh my god, he's done all the best things in the world for cinema. His contribution to cinema. Wow. Okay, fine. I'm getting out of the topic, but yes, this is how it is against emotion. By I felt that the way I felt like sharing that. Yes, yes.
You know what Kamal Hassan's like, even you see when he portrays the woman in Chachi 420, the film. So like, that was also first experience when, when I was doing theater. The first character I got, it was a prostitute character. I was called to play a prostitute, and she was a dancer, and she was a artist from Banaras, you know that kind of flavor, like Kathak and everything. So that time when auditions was going on, like we were 85 candidates for audition, and director couldn't find a girl, relating to that character in terms of physical appearance, because she was somewhere, very enigmatic character. Dulari Bai was the character. So the posture and the flavor and the description in the text was also like she was a giant. That these are the adjectives. When I got the role, the first thing, he was an NSD's professor, like a giant person altogether. So he told me that even if you're going to play a drunk, don't play drunk. Be normal and play drunk. First lesson. Second lesson, he told me that even if you're going to play woman, don't be woman, but just play the character. Don't change voice, don't change walking style, don't change anything. You just rehearse the character. And what happens that like, I didn't add anything, any gesture to make me effeminate, any tonal quality, nothing. I was just doing it, the rehearsal, the character, the briefing. After sometimes, like after it was a long 3 months of production. After 15 or 25 days, people started believing that character as a prostitute character and an artist, and with that voice they accepted. What happens because of that not changing anything for that character? A male coming as a female, doing everything, doing the serious of the content of emotion, because it was a love affair, love scene. And people, like, it was not at all, they believe that somebody else is coming and doing the portraying the character. And the thing what happens that when a male actor coming as a female, people start laughing. That laughter didn't touch the whole play at all. It was a magic because of that, because they at the end they started, getting empathetic to the character, and they started crying. So so that's what I got from these actors, that even Vijay Sethupathi sir in the deluxe, see, when, like, these days when all the male actors they are becoming female and they are making fun of that. Now what he has done, what sir has done, what Kamal sir has done when he was portraying the Charchi 420 character. So it goes with every character. Even here, even here what we are discussing, how we played a woman. Okay, we played a woman, fine, but how we have played the woman will be the deciding factor of our being an actor and playing the character. This is what we are going to, we are actually putting emphasis to that. That, for example, if you are going to play a terrorist, maybe a terrorist is a terrorist, but he can be a father, loving father, who is thinking of a girl, that when he will go back, he will give this and that. And that happened in the Rabindranath Tagore story Kabuliwala, that there was a Kabuliwala who comes from Afghanistan to sell dry fruits in the Kolkata region, the Bengal region. And he had a small girl that time, and he left that girl to sell these dry fruits and all. And there was a family, like a reputed family, almost like a king family, and there was also a girl like the same age of his daughter, and they get that bonding, the attachment. So, and people were saying that time that he's a terrorist. So right now we have to just do the pell mell in the sense that, if we are put like, this is the, I think, trick. If we are putting someone very serious, please add some comic element to it. If we are putting any comic element, please add something serious to it. If we are putting something very negative, please add some positive to it. So we as a contemporary actors, we have to break that one dimensional thinking of characterization. One dimensional thinking of characterization, very simple. We have to think that, and it's the simplest idea of putting it into that add life, add you as a person. You are also a significant part of the life, so add yourself. Okay, so that is the idea. Let's do some exercise to understand how we can incorporate different types. For example, student teacher. Right now I'm seeing, yeah, uh, right now I'm seeing some students in my school acting like a old teacher. Some new teacher in my school, those who are newly hired, act like a student. So these old student treat these new teacher in a way that an old teacher is treating a new student. How beautiful this scene is. They tell what are the things to do. These old student who consider them as a teacher, they brief the newly appointed teachers to do, to function. Sometimes they are scolded as well. So see how different that scene can be, because they are experienced. They are like, they are in school system for 12 years, and they are just coming into the system for 2 months. So that kind of subtext, when it collides, it plays, it becomes something very different. It becomes something, very unique and outstanding actually, because how is completely different. Dress wise, costume wise, they are the students. Maybe it's a secondary school, so it's a 12th student, 10 plus 2 student, 10th student, and they are B.Ed and graduate and passing out from different university and college and coming to join the course, to join the session as a teacher. But what is happening in the scene is the beauty of the scene. So every time whenever we are approaching scene, whenever we are approaching character, we have to see where is the life. And in order to find the life, we have five beautiful terms, 5W's plus H. And when you start putting these, when you start finding these questions, these answers, you will obviously put the life into the character, into the scene. So that's the magic of this. That's the technique of this simple act, that you have to start with 5W. Once you feel that okay, now it is established, now you are clear enough of these 5W's, then you will obviously go for how you are going to express these 5W's. Okay, perfect. The primary fundamental law, rule one, that you have managed to get five basic, baseline. You have got it. Beautiful. If you have managed to get this five, you will not be illogical. You will not at all be non-serious. Till here, you managed to come. Now, as far as the performance is concerned, as far as the your creativity is concerned, you will discover how. And the most honest discovery of how is the rehearsal. The more you rehearse, the more you work on yourself, the more you get the feedback from a genuine people, the the stronger you will become in terms of expressing your how. Simple. So the only solution for discovering your how is the rehearsal. Be it film, be it theater, be it small series you are doing, YouTube series, whatever you are doing, you have to calculate it, your rehearsal, you have to design your rehearsal. And once you have got that mastery in terms of the body muscle memory or the voice memory or everything, make yourself free and see the magic happening. Sometimes it's by you, sometimes with the rapport of the co-actor, sometimes the entire scene also. So it happens, but it will happen for sure. But when it is calculatedly, minutely, practically rehearsed. And rehearsal is boring, but once you overcome that boredom, once you get adapt with that boredom, the magic comes. The magic of the performance comes, because that's the difficult time of boredom, doing the same repetition, and doing the same thing, getting exhausted. But once you overcome that exhaustion, once you overcome that phase, you will see that now your work is shining like a gem. So that is the idea of today's thing. Okay, so now just rephrase it, brother, in Tamil in a simple way, so that we'll start our exercise, the practical exercise, that how we are going to approach it in simple functional exercise, acting exercise of H. Okay.
ஸோ இப்போ என்ன ஐடியா அப்படின்னா, ஒரு 5W's வந்து போன கிளாஸில் பார்த்தோம். ஸோ அந்த போன கிளாஸில் நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா, வை, வேர், ஹவு, வை, வேர், வென், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 5W's நம்ம பார்க்குறோம்ல. இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ஆக்டர் ஏன் அதை அப்ரோச் பண்ணுறாரு, ஏன் அந்த மாதிரி அப்ரோச் பண்ணுறாரு, அதெல்லாம் எப்படி பண்ணணும்னு ஒரு ஒரு வரமுறை இருக்குது தெரியுமா? அதில் மோஸ்ட்
Gautam, I think voice is very low, very low.
now how is it now? ஓகே. ஸோ த ஐடியா இப்போ எப்படின்னா, ஐடியா என்னென்னா, இப்போ வந்து 5W's இருக்குது. அந்த 5W'ஸை வந்து நம்ம கற்றுக்குறோம். ஸோ வை, வேர், வென், வாட், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு 5 திங்ஸ் இருக்குன்னா, அதில் மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் ஹவு. ஹெச் வந்து ஹவு. ஏன்னா இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ஆக்டர் வந்து எல்லாத்தையுமே வந்து மாஸ்டர் பண்ணிடலாம், பட் அதை அவர் எப்படி ஸ்க்ரீனில் ப்ரெசென்ட் பண்ண போகிறாருன்றது தான் ஹெச். ஸோ அப்போ வந்து வாட் கேன் பி டன்னா, அந்த ஹவுன்றது மட்டும் ஒன்லி த்ரூ ப்ராக்டிஸ், ஒன்லி த்ரூ ரிஹர்சல், அப்படி தான் அது வரும். ஏன்னா இப்போ வந்து இந்த 5W's இருக்கிற எல்லா ஆர்டிஸ்டுமே அவங்க வந்து ரெடியாக இருப்பாங்க. அதில் அவங்க பண்ணுற எல்லாத்துமே ஒரு மீனிங்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு ஆக்ட் இருக்கும். பட் அந்த ஹவு அப்படிங்கிறத, ஹவு தே ஹாவ் டு கன்சீவ் இட் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் அதில் இருக்கிற நுவான்சஸே. ஹவு டு ஸ்டாண்ட் அவுட், எப்படி ஹவு யூ கோயிங் டு ஸ்டாண்ட் அவுட் ஃப்ரம் அதர்ஸ், தட்ஸ் த நுவான்ஸ். ஸோ இப்போது வந்து ஹவுனும் போது தட் cannot கம் இன் ஒன் டே அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாரு சார். ஸோ இட் கேன் ஒன்லி கம் த்ரூ ப்ராக்டிஸ். அது வந்து ப்ராக்டிஸ் மூலியமாக மட்டுமே நம்மளுக்கு வந்து அது நம்மளால் கிடைக்க முடியும். நிறைய ஆம், எப்படி சொல்கிறது, இப்போ நம்ம சொன்ன, இப்போ நான் சொன்ன கமல்ஹாசன் எக்ஸாம்பிளே, அதை வந்து கமல்ஹாசன் கோவமாக கேட்டிருக்கலாம், அதை கமல்ஹாசன் ஒரு இன்டர்கேஷன் ஆஃபீஸர் மாதிரி கேட்கலாம், பட் கமல்ஹாசன் அது ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு மாதிரி கேட்பார். ஸோ அதெல்லாம் தான் டிஃப்ரென்ஸு. ஹவு ஹவு ஹி அப்ரோச் இட். ஸோ ஹவு யூ கேன் அப்ரோச் இட் இஸ் த டிஃப்ரென்ஸ். ஸோ அது வந்து இட் ஹேப்பன்ஸ் ஒன்லி த்ரூ ப்ராக்டிஸ் இஸ் வாட் சஞ்சய் இஸ் டெல்லிங்.
Thank you, brother. Like I just remember the example of a character as a scientist that he is going to launch a missile, and the next day, like the entire PM will be there on the video call, and everything will be like people will be, and what that person is doing, he's praying in front of God. He's literally putting the mala and all and doing it so that the experiment faced the success. So this is the beauty. Like we can get lots of examples here in India that the people representing the scientific temperament of the country are people, investing 50, 40 years in science, can be, a devotee, can, function like a deva, like this kind of things. So this is also beautiful things to watch, to admire, that yeah, we are like that. And we have to cherish that dichotomy, the contradictions. It's beautiful to see, different colors in characters. Okay, so that is also example where people will start seeing, okay, yeah, it can happen. you know and how he rejects that idea of scientist when he does, when a character is doing like that, how he rejects the all typical stereotypical. It is a stereotypical for some way, it is stereotypical to come to the god as far as the Indian context. But that is stereotypical when you add with the scientific temperament of a person who is going to face that launch tomorrow, can stand out. So the whole effort of making that permutation combination, I'm telling you, the whole fixing, making, creating, assembling, arranging, the whole effort of arrangement can make the difference. That's the idea. Okay,
Okay,
arranging.
right. Okay.
Okay,
Let's go into the exercise.
okay. So what I will tell you, as an instruction or a briefing, that we will find a character, a very simple, regular character, and then you will start portraying that character. But when you're portraying the character, first go for 5W's and then go for how. And when you're going for how, tell us that what kind of life you have put into the character, or how that character is standing out. Even if that you are playing the character, but you have to make your character standing out. Like I remember a comedy, there is a comedy sitcom I used to watch. It's a Pakistani comedy, so they do it nicely. So what happens that the doctor is a regular doctor. Whenever the scene comes, they call, come, your scene is arrived. Uh, come, your scene is arrived. Like you can come. It's just a 2 minute show. So they literally say it. Okay, they literally they say it. Okay. So what happens that he comes, that he asks, is it my scene is more than 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes? Only then I will come if my scene is there for 5 minutes, and it should not come after the ad. So see, like when you listen as a viewer, that you will get a different kind of feeling, because that happens in the scene. And when, like, the main character in the show, in the running show, they do it like it's a rom-com sitcom. And in the actors say that, okay, the actors say, okay, okay, this much line I have, don't do it, otherwise I will just edit it. So that he is also main actor of the show. Hmm. Okay, okay, the main actor of the show and the producer of the show, and he does everything, these dynamics. So people, like we get lots of fun element into it. So he's saying, now you are overpowering my character, I will edit it and you will see. And these things are there in the show. So this is also a way of standing out, because nobody is, we can think of this but nobody is saying, and when they are saying, they become brand. Very nice serial it is, Bulbule. And and that's the same actor, like I told you that she's playing 74 character in one show. 74 characters, one actor, like giant. Like I really admire, like i'm I feel blessed that I got to know Hina Dilavzir ma'am. Giant, like I haven't seen any actor in India like her. Great actor.
Okay, Bulbuleva.
And when she does the character, you will not be able to identify that she is the same actor who is playing this character in the same serial. And sometimes these two characters are confronting each other, talking to each other, and you will not feel that, okay, what is happening. So that's the way of standing out, I guess. And we have ample example. So I'm again telling you, I'm not saying anything new or something very fresh. I'm just telling you what we can see around. We can take inferences, we can learn from each other. But like in some other country what they are doing, some other actors what they are coming as an idea. So this is what right now we are telling. Okay. Yeah, the woman, yeah, beautiful, yes. This is the Bulbul. Yeah, yeah, this is the serial. Very nice, very nice. Perfect. She's a giant, like nobody can match Hina Dilabzir ma'am. Nobody can match.
Which actor you're talking about? Who is that actor?
Hina ma'am. the,
Hina.
the old
Hina ma'am. Yes.
Hina Dilabzir. Okay, so now we'll go for the yeah, like she's, yeah, she's the actor. Yes, I adore her. Like I am the biggest fan of this actor. It's a daily ritual when I, like, there is a, like, I'm talking about the other show, Kudusi Sahab Ki Beva. That's a completely different show, and that's that different character she's playing in that series, not in this series. In this series, she's playing a mother, like funny mother, but in that show, now it is not running. It's gone. But that serial is
What serial? What serial? In that 75 characters she'll do.
Kudusi Sahab Ki Beva.
Kutuba. Ku-
Okay.
So,
So now we will come for the exercise, brother. Off your mic. Yeah. So now we'll go for the director, and for the attempt of the different exercise. Now I will give you instruction, and you will go for the instruction, so that we can experience the same. So the first is, you will think about a character.
hmm.
Hmm? Yeah. You will think about the character, and then I will give you 5 seconds to think about the character, and then we'll start putting into the different kind of fabric to that, to layer to that, so that we can apply what we are discussing right now in terms of 5W's, in terms of how, in terms of uh, the characterization. Okay, start. And I'm telling you, let's reveal the technique also for our friends, that if you have that tricky mind of seeing black and white, white and black, gray in blue, blue in gray. So if you have that mind, which works according to the permutation combination of a placement, you will do great in that exercise, because it's more about breaking this stereotypical idea, predefined notion. And if you have the tendency of breaking it, you will do wonders in that exercise, because all you just have to do is to place something very different to different situation. That's it. And that is the whole idea of comedy. That is the whole idea of being outstanding, you know. So this is what we have to do. Very simple, ekdam simple. Please convey this in Tamil, this technique, so that everybody will be
everybody will
aware
be
of this
aware of
simple technique.
ஸோ இதில் என்ன டெக்னிக் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாருன்னா, இப்போது நம்ம வந்து எப்படி அதை பண்ண போகிறோம், எப்படி அதை கன்சீவ் பண்ணி எப்படி அதை ரிலீஸ் பண்ண போகிறோம் ஆஸ் அன் ஆக்ட் அப்படின்றது தான் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். அதை வந்து நம்ம வேறு டைமென்ஷனில் பண்ணும்போது அது அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங்காக இருக்கும். இப்போ வந்து நம்ம வந்து அதை வேற ஒரு இப்போ ஒரு இமோஷனலான சீனை நம்ம வேறு மாதிரி அதை போர்ட்ரே பண்ணும்போது அது அது கன்வென்ஷனலாக ரொம்ப டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருக்கும். இப்போ வந்து ஸ்டீரியோடிபிக்கலாக இருக்கிற ஆக்டர்ஸ் இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்காது. இப்போ வேற ஒரு டைமென்ஷன்ஸ் அதை காமிக்கும். அதுதான் மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டான ஒரு அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங்கான ஒரு பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ்க்கான ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பார்ட். அதுதான் வந்து ஒரு பாத் பிரேக்கிங்காக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாரு.
Okay, so I'm just going to give one demo of a character, and then we'll try to explore that how we are going to do 5W's, and then how we are going to do H, and then we'll try to apply that. Okay, we are Hindus. We are here to die for our country. If we die in thousands, there will be thousand seats in moksha. If we cut the throat of non-Hindus, there will be many millions of victories in the Swarga, in the Vaikuntha. We don't have to go for the violence, but we have to protect. We have to protect our dharma. I am very upset when I see cows roaming around here and there, and in the next morning they are all vanished. What happens to these cows? Why they get disappeared only in the Muslim communities? I am very unhappy. I am very upset. But I trust my followers. I trust it in a way that I trust it with the essence of my family. And my family has never disappointed me. And I can see in the upcoming newspaper in the morning that the entire non-Hindu communities has been disappeared. The way the cows, our mother cow, have been disappeared. Will you do that? Will all my Hindu brothers will do that? Will you be the reason to disappear the whole community the way they disappeared our mother cow? Will you all support me? Okay. So this is the pledge as a Hindu we are going to get. So just place this hand here, and this is the cow country. This is the Hindu country. This is the country who represents dharma, who represents spirituality, who represent the peace. We will not do violence. People will not at all hear any cry, any shouting, any pain, but we will be the reason of disappearing everyone without creating any violence, because of the Paramatma, because of the Supreme Almighty. Will you all support me? Will you? I can see The level of trust I have, that I can see on the newspaper that the whole article is talking about my Hindu brothers. Yes, I can see that. I can see that fire in the eyes. That will be the fire who will burn the non-Hindu ideology, and we will play then holy. I'm going to take fast till death, when the whole nation. Okay, so yeah, so that is the character. Now you will see the 5W's. You will see the where he is coming from. You will see why. You will see what he is doing. You will see who he is. And some like actor design also there, that this is the actor design, and it will remind you of the back past history of that, where he is getting the difference, that thing. And then this, and then how he is doing the same thing, that I'm the against emotion, and the feeling, the feeling with which it's being expressed. So this is how we can. And it's a primary attempt. If we start doing it till 20 times, 25 times, you will also get the nuance and a very detailed kind of performance coming out. So it just is starting, that it's a rough mechanical exercise I have just done. Then we can develop it to the extent that it becomes original. It becomes having the conviction of actually what that character demands. And there is a beautiful game also for this exercise, that everyone in this world, you, me, the actors, the giant actors, the loser actor, everybody has a desire, one or the other. And the whole idea of the actor or the person is to get to that desire. So whatever action he is doing, whatever the dialogue he is saying, whatever the movement he is saying, uh, whatever the mind is going on, it's all about achieving that desire. Okay, if you keep on achieving that desire, you will become hero. If you couldn't, you become villain, the protagonist, antagonist, and that the clash happens. So we will do it some other time, that how that de- desire becomes the dominating factor of a character. And we are all, Sigmund Freud says that we are all, running after just desire and me, the concept of me and desire and all those things. Okay, so can you now attempt an exercise, which first, share your experience of what do you think about this first attempt I just did, and then you will go for your exercise, brother.
Yeah, I saw it happening in some kind of a different flavor. The actor is giving a different flavor to it by not conceiving. The actor is trying to basically change many Hindu people's mind, Hindu people or whatever, the community people's mind, whoever is listening to him, but in a very sweet manner. But what he's doing is some kind of a terrorism. But where he's coming from is, he has the notion of demolishing, vanishing the other community.
we, we call it we call it spiritual terrorism.
Spiritual terrorism, so whatever. So that kind of an idea is there, which is yeah, which he is trying to portray. He is doing it in a very sweet way. So again, yeah, that is one thing which I observed from the acting. um, and he is not okay with some kind of meat. That meat is edible for another community, so he's so against that. And when he's so disturbed about that, when he in his important speech he's including that, which is not going to even indirectly affect him. It's his host, it's kind of his dominance which he wants to show over the other community, is what is my observation.
And you know one thing, when he is using, like, he is actually openly saying that kill them, vanish them. But here comes that how he is actually the mouthpiece of the violence he is going to create, because next day, after this speech, maybe people are going to fight next day. The whole lot of uh, like mob, or the communal violence will happen because of this speech. He is actually directly telling kill them, but how he's telling is the characterization, is the nuances we are going to work on. See, like the way he's saying that, the way our mother cow cows have been vanished, I want you all to vanish the community entire community vanish. So there is no violence, but there is a deep rooted core violence he's instigating. So this is what, it's a very basic, it's not at all something advanced, it's very basic. But when we will develop it to the 27th attempt, it can become something what, like, we can discuss of that level of sir's level, like different Vijay sir level, Kamal sir level, Nasir sir level. So because of that rigorous getting into that mind, it's a powerful, like, these people, be it leader, be it spiritual leader, be it motivational speaker, or be it artist, actor, they're powerful mind. They are getting because of their mind. So we have to play the mind. We don't have to sometimes play the character. Actually, we are here playing mind, and in order to play the mind, we have to get into the deeper section of the nuances, the emotion. We have to control certain, because against emotion is all about controlling your emotion. The more you can control your emotion, the better version of the against emotion will come. Simple, right? Perfect. So now you can start. Take your time, tell us, and then we'll discuss it and we'll close. Very nice. Very nice. I just give the small rephrasing of what we have discussed in Tamil and then go for your exercise.
ஸோ இப்போ வந்து அகெயின்ஸ்ட் இமோஷனுக்கு மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டான ஒரு விஷயம் என்ன அப்படின்னா, நீங்கள் எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ உங்களோட நார்மல் இமோஷனை, ஒரு இமோஷன் இப்போ வந்து ஒருத்தரை கத்துறீங்க, ஏய் அப்படின்னு நீங்கள் கத்துறத அதை வேறு மாதிரி நீங்கள் அதை கன்சீவ் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னா அதுதான் உங்களோட அகேன்ஸ்ட் இமோஷன். ஸோ அதை நீங்கள் எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ இந்த ஏன்ற கோவப்படுறமான ஒரு விஷயத்த நீங்கள் சப்ரைஸ் பண்ணுறீங்களோ அப்போது உங்களோட அகேன்ஸ்ட் இமோஷன் நல்லா ஓங்கி வரும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறது தான் அவரோட ஐடியா. ஸோ இது வந்து பயங்கர ப்ராக்டிஸ் அண்ட் ரெகுலஸ் ப்ராக்டிஸில் வந்தால் தான் அது ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகும். இப்போ வந்து கமல் சார் மாதிரி ஒரு ஆள் வந்து அதை அப்ரோச் பண்ணுறாருனா கண்டிப்பாக ஏய் அப்படின்னு அப்ரோச் பண்ண மாட்டார். கண்டிப்பாக அதை வேறு மாதிரி தானே அப்ரோச் பண்ணுவார். ஸோ அதுதான் அதோட ஐடியா. ஸோ அந்த ஐடியாவை நம்ம வந்து பிடிச்சிக்கணும்னு சொல்லி சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ எஸ் ப்ரோ, we can go ahead.
Let's start your exercise and then we'll wrap it up.
Mm, give me 1 minute. Give me a minute. So now it is closing time. As I've seen the accounts and I've seen the articles, as I've seen the accounts and I have seen the articles, Rakesh, There is one jewel missing. There is one jewel missing, Rakesh. Um, it's okay. I don't worry about the loss. I'm okay about it. But I am not suspecting you or your colleague. I'm not suspecting you or your colleague because I know it has been 10 years you've been working here. I know you have so much loyalty towards me, Rakesh. You have so many household problems. You have a kid who is dyslexic. You are spending so much, but till now you've been a honest guy. You have so many goodwill over the years you've earned, but you and your colleague were the only people when it was lost. That is why we are having this conversation. I I think you have not taken, but some kind of a misplacement is being happened when you were there. So I don't know if it is you or your friend. Now clearly explain me what has happened. So the consequences is going to be like this. My father will remove you both out of work. If that's going to be the case, from next month you can't meet your bills. I am telling you, the best way is to we three sitting it out and sorting the issue. If we are taking this to my dad is not going to chuck me out of the business because I'm his son. You two will be fired. It's just a 1 lakh worth chain. Just 1 lakh it is. But here we are losing respect or we are losing the trust over our employee where we can't continue the employee. So understand, Rakesh. I know it's not you, but give me a clear explanation.
See, matlab, you know what happens that you when you go to this track, you by default get that relaxation and talk, you see, and that real self, you know, like in this performance what happens that I saw uh, lots of glimpses of you in a very different Gotham. I saw the turn, the angling of the way, like generally I don't see that because you have a different pace of talking, but when you are it, I have never seen, I have never seen uh, any confrontation happening with someone like who is the company in charge shouting. They do it like I think 99.999 people do that only when there is a very, you know, difficult conversation going on. This is the pace they prefer. You will not see higher authority shouting, you know. So see how universal it is to observe that. You think about the big leaders, you think about the bigger authority, they will do everything, but they prefer, like they don't prefer to drain them their energy. They are so much, you know, selfish enough to understand that okay, if I shout, it will be, you know, it will not be in my favor, so let's not shout. Do make the decision, kill people, do the thing, fire people, but let's be in our peaceful mind. That's the idea for them. So here comes the, you know, like this is what they do. This is what they do. Like, they do everything, they make every life hell, but they will be okay. They will be simply sitting and doing, decision makers. So that is the, I would rather say that that is the point when we have to start. This is not the end actually. This is the point where we have to start thinking about it. Maybe this is the first thought. When you go, when you continue this exercise, and if you go for the 18th thought or 19th thought or 20th thought, you see, you imagine what it will become. What will it become, that thought? Okay, so that is the idea. We'll continue this exercise, and we'll also, like, yeah, there is a homework, so for me also, for you also, that we will make 5 characters, a list, small list of 5 characters, and we'll, next session we will do this practical juxtaposition of different permutation combination into the character, so that we can take a different dimension to the character in order to make it outstanding, in order to make it different, weird, whatever it is, or a taboo. Here the thought pattern will be, you can say, circular thought pattern we have to adopt. For example, people are, if people are saying, general people are thinking about, like, here, from here, we will start thinking about somewhere here. So we have to just derail our thought it, and then we'll come to the track. Okay, letting it happen, and then we'll come to the track, and we'll just cut it short and make it, organize it. So that is the thing. And what I observe, one thing, that our nose shape is completely same. Can you see that? Like, today is the first time I saw that the structure of our nose is the same. Come here to the screen, and that, you see the design, see the mass, everything. Like, don't smile, make it neutral. Now see the shape, see the gap, see the curve. I saw it today for the first time. You see. Okay, so today we have started thinking about the 5 characters. Now tomorrow, when we'll do the session, we will portray this character having a different life. Okay, 5. So we will come and we'll introduce our character. We will not introduce our character, we'll start playing it, and we'll have a discussion, that how we have done it, and how we started, what are the, uh, what are the 5 W's for that. We'll actually, we have to written, we have to take it in a written form. We will not disclose it. Once we have done our, all the rules, we will start sharing the idea, that how we started. But it should be written, otherwise our mind will change the pattern. So we will lock it, we'll write it, and then we'll do it. Okay, it will help.
We'll write 5 characters and we'll come bring that to the table, and
Not just character,
something like
no,
okay,
brother,
Wednesday should we come?
not just
Wednesday,
character.
right? Wednesday.
Off it, off it, off it.
Wednesday.
Mike. Not just character, 5 W's of every character. For example, if you have 5 W's, we'll approach 5 W's of every character, we'll write it down. uh, we have to be, we have to be clear enough that, okay, what are the 5 W's of this character first. Second, how you're going to portray. For example, you're going to portray a cop. Okay, you get the 5 W's, and your how is, he is a singer and a cop. This is the how. Because we have in school, we have a state manager. He's a very good singer, so whenever, like, we have an interaction, it will be not just like a state manager. He is a singer, so for me he is a singer. He changes his all the the state manager thing, when we come across. So this is also, so we'll write how, and maybe we'll start with that, and we'll disclose later. Okay. Okay, let's wrap it up. Bye bye. Okay. Yeah, tell me.